That's my bad. Sorry about that. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here. How are you doing? I need allocator, right? I can get over the proof of concept scene. I'm always great as long as I'm alive. How about you? I'm always great as long as I'm alive. You mean like passionate about what you're doing? I feel kinda out of context, to be honest. No, just happy to be alive. Okay. Okay, I see. I'm always great as long as I'm alive. How about you? Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm also pretty great. I know, like, it was... Why do I say it was? It is a Saturday. Is it a Saturday or is it Sunday? Oh, I have actually here Sunday. Yep. So it's Sunday. And I've been just doing nothing. Actually, I've been watching anime for the half of the day. And then I thought, like, you know, I want to program a little bit, and here we go. Each day is blessing, you know. Like, yeah, but... I know, it's hard to keep this attitude every day, you know? Enemy is my nemesis, probably. I have no idea what nemesis is, damn. Why everyone knows English better than me, that's insane. Nemesis can refer to several things. A Greek goddess of retribution. I have no idea what retribution is. Retribution is the act of inflicting punishment on someone as revenge for a wrong or a crime. Goddess of retribution for a long-standing rival or source of defeat or famous roller coaster. My enemy. Okay, yeah, this one. Look at the second definition. This one. A person's nemesis. In a broader sense, nemesis refers to a person's or sin's long-standing rival or source of defeat, often a powerful or persistent adversary. I have no idea what adversary is. One's opponent in contest, conflict, or this. Learning English together. Why so? Like, in which sense is it your enemy? Can't you get over it? Can you stop watching it, or don't you just like it, or what's wrong with it? I hate it so bad. Seriously? Why so? I mean, like, I'm not sure what could be the reason to hate a genre, you know, in any field. Okay, maybe there might be like cliches. How cliche in plural is cliches? How? It's probably only singular, right? It can be plural. The plural of cliche is cliches. Okay. Cliches. Welcome to French. Then you have this tick above E. Oh, you have you have French layout. Actually, do I have? I don't have Czech layout on my PC, so I can do the same. Okay, I'm still waiting for your explanation. What's wrong with your relationship with anime? Expected one argument, found two. Allocator pass. Yeah, makes sense actually. 217. Yeah, remove this one. Right. Because of people, honestly, they're too much into it. Like, it cannot be that good. I mean, it's not that good. Like, it's good enough, but like it's just good. Like, okay, what we are comparing it to? You say like it cannot be that good, but there are a lot of people who say the same way about some, I don't know, movies, some serials, you know. Cyber say. Okay. So you like just have this negative attitude, but just because, right? I mean, like I understand because of people, but it's so strange, it's hard to interpret. That's what I mean. Hash bytes. Expected type. Type info. Found. Formatter. Bytes. Hash bytes. Undefined. You ate. Final. Huh? Just because of people. They're hyping it up too much. Yeah, but it's not. I mean, okay. Like, as an example, if we take AI, right? There are a lot of people who hype it too much. But it doesn't mean it's not great. It doesn't mean, like, you have to hate it. Why it doesn't work though? An array of bytes. Return a formatter. It takes an array of constant bytes. That's the problem. Do I have to use it? No, I didn't say it's bad. I said I hate it. Okay. When you hate something, you have a negative image of it, right? I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay. Damn, I can just start hyping up so many animes and I'll get personal hater. Let's go. And most of people, they started watching anime young. I grew up without internet or TV or anything, so I don't know. Oh, does it really matter? Like, it's not like I've been watching anime in my childhood. Like, to be honest, there is some kind of culture. I don't know how to call it, not culture, but maybe bias in my region. I would probably say in CIS region, right? Like post-Soviet Union. Where like anime is movies for childs, you know? And that, like, there are a lot of haters of it, I'll say it that way. So it's obviously makes an impact. But I don't know, like, I personally, I just, like, take it as a genre. As anything else. Like it's just a different way to express the plot. We don't have a lot of hater of anime in Africa, to be honest. Okay, I don't know if if it's, how do I say, if it's formal to say that way, but you just said that you grew up without internet or TV, and I would assume that might be the reason why there is no haters of anime. Okay, like it's not like I'm laughing on it, it's just what makes sense. I remember kids saying that Dragon Ball's is cool act. I actually never saw that. I mean, I probably understand what you're talking about. Probably heard about this anime, but I never watched it. How is it called? The Dragon Ball. I wrote that. Because people have TV in general. Okay, I see, so that's like a personal problem. Okay. Damn, like I can't imagine how life has changed for you. So you're like, from nothing got everything, right? I mean, you're 19 and has a role of senior software engineer, right? If I'm not mistaken. Cybersecurity engineer. I should make it const, but I'll not be able to change it then. What do I do then with it? Yep. Red Team Tools engineer, pretty much. Red Teamer. Wow. Okay, I'm curious. What? Like... How do I ask it? How can you describe your lifestyle, you know? How you... Like, how you should live to go that way? You know? I'm always curious about, like, what people do in general, you know, like, their... Not in particular, but how do they live? What are their approaches to their life? Like, how do they take their time? Expected. Type info type of core dot hash file dot function return type optional dot error union error set error 32 bits array of 32 len array of U8. Pretty great type, you know. Actually, I like this type. It sounds good to me. Found FMT formatter function formatter. Okay, maybe then I should just remove it, you know. Right. Study Linux kernel. Maybe 4 hours a day. Wow. Or just do research on Linux or whatever you're trying to attack or build. Okay, how... I mean, Linux kernel is huge. And I'm curious, how good can you start to understand? 40 millions. Wow. Wow. $1.3 in systemd, insane. 30 million. Okay, it's 2021. I'll just do research on Linux. Okay. You switch to coding and trying to flip it up for 10-12 hours a day. You need to learn lots about red teaming and what you can do. Books. Linux kernel development by Robert Love. Can I preview 50 pages? Introduction to the Linux kernel, getting started with kernel, process management, process scheduling, system calls, kernel data structures, interrupts and interrupt handlers, bottom halves and deferring work, an introduction to kernel synchronization methods, timers and time management, memory management. Okay, so it basically just goes through every block of kernel, right? This block IO layer, the process, there's space, page cache, page flip. Okay, interesting. Debugging, portability, interesting. That's cool. How many pages are here? $400. Not that much actually. I thought it's gonna be, I don't know, like 800, like something. Linux kernel, wait, LKMs, ftrace, DKOMe, and encryption. And sudo 2-3 CTF. I got my job thanks to CTF. Can you, I don't know, in human language? Okay, let's just log Kailan Mark. Okay, the official residence principal workplace for the Prime Minister of India. Okay, now it makes sense. And maybe I should make it together. ftrace is a debugging and performance analysis tool built into the Linux kernel. Okay, it allows you to trace. Okay, but what is LKMs though? Loadable kernel models. Oh, I see. I see. Direct kernel object manipulation. Okay. Damn, like, no, you're in security and just my brain constantly pop-ups these like stories of how everything went wrong. And I just want to discuss it with you. Like, especially we started talking about kernel, I immediately recalled this whole situation with CrowdStrike and Windows, Windows kernel. Null pointer the reference. This is hilarious. Okay, actually, what is DKOM? Okay, yeah, I just checked it. I can. Let's move on. CTF. A child trust fund. Okay, that now it makes sense. A type of computer security competition where okay, participants solve challenges to find flags, typical strings. Is it like I'm not sure how is it called. There's like not hackathons but DevCon, yeah, DevCon. So DevCon is CTF, right? I know about DevCon. It's like, but I know it's only because of Pirate Software, right? He's a cool guy. Not that one. Capture the flag. Yes, hackathons. Yep. I mean, hackathons are more like stretch definitions. There are like hackathons for web development and so on. What a fancy shell. Like, I mean, I don't know, it looks cool, but do I want to invest my time into making like my shell look the same? Probably not. Like, do I need these numbers, these like milliseconds to run? Probably not. You do? Shut up. Okay, maybe I do, but I just don't want to invest into it, you know? Like, rising is the worst thing that has ever people invented, you know? Okay, maybe not the worst, but one of the worst. Like, you just can't stop. It's only, you know, at some point you just realize that it's never gonna be perfect and you're alright with it being not perfect at any stage, and you know that going a little bit better it's not gonna change your workflow in any way, and you're just like, meh. That's it. But really, at the beginning it was a lot of code, and now it's really 40 code and 60 writing reports. 60 writing reports? Wow. Wow. Okay, now I'm curious how reports looks. Like, can you just, I don't know, find the exploit, make some proof of concept code, and just feed it to the LLM and say like, brother, can you write a paper for me, please? I got into cybersecurity because of Black Ops 2. What the hell? Is that even a real story? You can, but I hate it. Why so? I mean, LMs are S. I mean, not really. Why so? They're just a tool. They aren't explaining everything. Yeah, but they like... I mean, I fully understand you because, like, especially this was all hype of vibe coding, right? And I was like, whoa, I can write apps without writing apps. And I was just trying it. It was constantly horrible experience. They just, like, after 2-3 generations, it just can't follow itself. It just breaks everything apart. And I saw like, yeah, that's really sucks. But the point is not that. The point is I can use one prompt to generate half of my code, and I don't have to start with empty paper. I already have some foundation and which I can rework and start building on top of, you know? Like I have some skeleton. They aren't explaining everything in context because I don't want to send him the full infrastructure of my fair. I mean, local LLMs are seen. And for a team, they flag so quickly because of those. I don't understand the scene, to be honest. Like, terms of services. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay. I mean, I don't know, like... I just, like, fully... It's really relatable because I felt the same way, like maybe 2 months ago. Right, but now, I just feel like if it's not something I'm passionate about, you know, like not something I just want to do myself, like this one, where I, like, enjoy the process. I just feel like everything become a boilerplate. Right? So there are things which you know are not difficult, are not challengeable, and you just have to sit and do that. And most of these things LLM are capable to do. And that's like really cool. You tell him you're an attacker, he is on alert. I do still LLM a lot though. Just not for work. Okay. Makes sense. Damn. I have this MacBook Air M1 with 8 GB of RAM. It's like barely usable. I want to buy Framework. Do you know Framework? These guys, they're so great. Put into it 96 GB of RAM and just spin up local LLMs on my laptop. That should be so fun. I mean, I actually should just buy a PC, probably. This should be fire, yep. I mean, jumping from 8 GB to 96 should probably feel insane. Not gonna lie. Anyway, what exactly is my problem? Expected type, found, pointer, return. What do you mean type info? It's like... Huh? Wait. How is it even a scene? Type info, type of core.hash file dot function return type optional dot error union error set. Okay, that's all was an error. Or 32. Okay, so there is. Can it error? Yeah, return error. It can. What's the problem then? Why it has unknown LAN? Like, I specify the LAN right here. Buy a pumped up Raspberry Pi, be a regular nerd. They are so expensive, like... Raspberry Pi 5. It costs like, what, $150? I like 8 GB of RAM. There is no reason to buy less. Buy now. $16 GB of RAM? Is it even a scene? 150, yep. I mean, I have some ideas for IoT projects. I really want to make a book reader, you know, like open source book reader, because Like all the book readers on the market, they're like shit. They're all proprietary. They're like you're just using some really slow hardware which you can use nothing for, but for things that are locked in, you know. And it frustrates me. There are like book readers with Android on it, but they're also really expensive. On the other hand, it's like possible to make a book reader with something like Raspberry Pi Zero, with some e-ink display and Linux on it, on Raspberry Pi. And I think it should be a really cool project, right? Like you basically get Linux tablet with e-ink screen. I can't really read, I have bad eyes and no glasses. Because there is no black Zen books. This was a good one. Wait a minute. I like... Can I scroll it? I found contradiction in yours. Not good, not good. Wait a minute. Study Linux kernel, maybe 4 hours a day. Programming. You need to learn less about reteaming. Books. Linux kernel development by Robert Love. So you're a liar. You said you're reading books and then you said you're not reading books. How can you explain that, Mr. Ferris? Can I make a joke, Mr. X? I'll think about this proposition. I can't give you definite answer right now, but I'll think about it. Also, other stream, I've checked your profile. How the hell do you have 60 followers without streaming? Is it like... How is it even possible? Alright, let's do that then. I have no clue. It just happens. Oh, as also you said books, there is no black Zens for books, but actually there is black Zen for books. You just have to use e-paper, and then you can make it in any them, like in any of two Zems. It's either black or white. I still got no idea what's wrong here. This doesn't fix my eye problem. Why don't you have glasses? Or like lenses? How's it called? Like these things which you put in the eyes. Contacts, yeah. Not... oh, yeah. I get migraine when I read too much. You should see my main monitor, it is orange, because I never get to the eye doctor. Is it? Like, does this thing even work with reddish monitor? Does blue light is red? Like, as far as I know, it's just the brightness, not the color. How do I read? Red light worse. Okay, better than blue light. Okay, no, I like to ask it that way. Really better. Neither red nor blue light is inherently better than the other. They offer different benefits for various applications. That's not for your eyes. While blue light from screens can be harmful, red light therapy can be beneficial for eye health and vision. Can I get some paper? Abstract. Light is necessary for human health and well-being. As we spend more time indoors, you are being increasingly exposed to artificial light. The development of artificial lighting has allowed us to control the brightness, color, and timing of our light exposure. Yet the widespread use of artificial light has raised concerns about the impact of altering our light environment on our health. The widespread adoption of personal digital devices over the past decade has exposed us to yet another source of artificial light. We spend them like this sentence could be just dropped. Why do you write it? It's abstract. It should be like, I mean, like it describes why you do this experiment, right? But I don't know. You spend a significant amount of time using digital devices with light emitting screens, including smartphones. Yeah, the light emitted from the devices while appearing white has an emission spectrum with a peak in the blue range. Blue light is often characterized as hazardous as its photon energy is higher than that of other wavelengths of visible light. I mean, but what's wrong with that? Under certain conditions, visible blue light can cause harm to the retina and other ocular structures. Blue light can also influence the circadian rhythm and process mediated by melanopsin expressing intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. Okay, makes sense. While the blue component of sunlight I have to drink water, I just can't. This is because of my eyes not used to read small scenes and focus on them. I mean, if you have, like, you have poor vision, right? And I have migraine since I'm born, whatever, so... Wow. Like, it's really weird. Have you been consulted with a doctor? I'm just not a doctor, and I just feel like constant migraines is not something that should happen. I choked on my water like crazy, wow. No. Sigma decision. You know, now I imagine I have this picture of you as a like true masculine man, you know, who just does the work. Long story short, I never got used to the doctors in general. I mean, it's kinda relatable. It's like, it's difficult. Why they couldn't make it easier? Like, seriously, why I can just open the website, you know, find the doctor which I need, press a point, and it will just like, Tuesday, blah blah blah, 2 p.m, you have to be in here. And I'm like, super, I'll come. Whenever I have something, I just wait until it goes. So you wait until your bad vision goes, right? Actually, might be a good strategy. I don't know. Like, I never had bad vision, so probably I can judge. Yeah. Okay. Well, the blue component of sunlight is necessary for various psychological, physiological processes. Whether the low illuminance artificial blue light emitted from digital devices presents a risk to our health remains an ongoing area of debate. As technological advancements continue, it is relevant to understand how new devices may influence our well-being. This review examines the existing... Okay, isn't abstract supposed to also like provide the result of studying? Or is it like at the end? Declarations. Conclusion. In our artificial lit modern lives, our light-emitting smartphones and tablets are among the only light sources we look at directly. We spend increasing amounts of time engaged with these digital devices. It is irrelevant to understand how the blue light they emit may impact our health and well-being. It is relevant, not irrelevant. While it is generally accepted that the low illuminance artificial blue light from digital devices has no acute impact on the eye. While it is generally accepted that the low luminance artificial blue light from digital devices has no acute. What is acute? Is it like acute? Then why am I so stupid? Okay. Having a showing a perceptive understanding of insight. Okay. Impact on the eye. There remains insufficient high-quality research employing relevant light parameters and exposure conditions to truly understand how the blue light from these devices might. Yes, that's what I heard. Like, it's mostly just bias. It's like the same thing that my grandma was saying me, that you cannot sleep with your phone around you because those microwaves will radiate you and your brain will melt or something like that. It's like, okay, boomer. This is rated by AI 100%. Actually, there is like it. There was a feeling that it might never. But you know, it's like, isn't like most of white papers written that way? Like, let's be honest, AI just writes in white paper style, isn't it? Research equals trust me, bro. No worry. Okay, you know what I'm doing? Like, I can just give up. Meta research. I mean, they're also flat, right? But it's better. Red light therapy? No, I don't need red light. Morning exposure to deep red light improves declining. Blue light exposure. Ocular hazards and prevention. A narrative review. Exposure to blue light has seriously increased in our environment since the arrival of light emitting diodes. Yeah. And in recent years, the proliferation of digital devices rich in blue light. Also, I don't know, like, do you have this scene? Like, I just read proliferation several times. I really struggled with it. And at the moment, my brain was like, okay, move on, right? Even though I have no idea what it is. And, like, the right scene would be to check what does it mean, but my brain was so used, like, there is, as I noticed a pattern in my life, like, there are scenes which I don't understand, but my brain just like, whatever, I'll move on. And it's just so weird, like, I don't want it to be that way, but my brain is just, it just doesn't care, like, I want to care, but my brain just ignores it, you know, like, it's so weird. You know, it's something like, when you were a child, you was just constantly curious about things, like, not curious, but you was always, you was never satisfied with the answer, you always wanted, like, to dig deeper, you know? Because of 5 ways, I had the same with a friend of mine, the brain wanted to skip it. I mean, there should be a way to fix it, right? Rapid increase in the number of amount or something, wow. Proliferation. This raises some questions. Okay, methods. The search of relevant English articles was concluded in PubMed, Medline, and Google Scholar database until December 2022. Results. Blue light exposure provokes photochemical reaction in most eye tissues, in particular the cornea, the lens, and the retina. In vitro and vivo studies have shown that certain exposure to blue light, depending on the wavelength or intensity, can cause temporary or permanent damage to some structures of the eye, especially the retina. However, currently there is no evidence that screen use and LEDs in normal use are deleterious. Wow. Causing harm or damage. Okay. To the human retina. Regarding protection, there is currently no evidence of a beneficial effect of blue blocking lenses for the prevention of eye diseases, in particular age-related macular degeneration. AMD. Oh, AMD mentioned? Poor Intel. They can't even be mentioned in Oh, because AMD is red, right? That's the point. AMD is a red team. Intel is ice wall. Age-related macular degeneration. Macular degeneration is also known as age-related macular degeneration. It's a medical condition which may result in blurred or no vision. Okay, in the center of the visual field. Damn, that sucks. Early on, there are often no symptoms. Some people experience a gradual worsening of vision that may affect on both. Actually, poor you people who don't see clearly. Like I cannot imagine life without seeing things clearly. Like, I love how I can just go away. I have this like insanely small text on my screen and it's insanely crisp in my eyes. You know, it just feels like it should be that way. Yes, the way is to just wear glasses. Mr. X, instead of buying red light and wearing a baguette dressing to fix size, instead of buying red light and wearing baguette dressing, I don't... Was it addressed to me? I do not understand. Well, thank you. Flexing his eyes. I mean, I have to flex on something, you know? I can't, like... I have to compensate since, you know? Like, I got no job, right? I have to at least say that I have great vision. Right? I have to balance this life, you know? I can't just always be, like, depressed. And I can't always be satisfied, you know? So I have to balance. I mean, okay, like, without even flexing, it's really... like, sad. How expensive is surgery for improving vision? Because I would say in 2025 it should be pretty cheap, considering how many people have such problem and how crucial I think is to have a good vision. I have no job, but good eyes. You like really want me to be depressed, right? Because you're doing a good job. So there is no evidence, right? There is no evidence. In humans, macular pigments composed of lutein and zeaxanthin. Actually, I can do it for you, right? So you can read it too. Zeaxanthin represent a natural protection by filtering blue light and can be increased through increased intake from foods or food supplements. Increased take of what? Oh, these things composed of lutein and zeaxanthin. I'll not read that. These nutritions are associated with lower risk for AMD and cataract. Poor AMD. Poor AMD now. W Intel. Antioxidants such as vitamins C and E or zinc might also contribute to the prevention of photochemical ocular damage by preventing... Okay. Results. Conclusion. What's the difference? Conclusion. Currently there is no evidence that LEDs is in normal use at domestic intensity levels or in screen devices are retinotoxic to the human eye. However, the potential toxicity of long-term cumulative exposure and the dose response effect are currently unknown. Makes sense. Like, I hate... Okay, this conclusion is pretty good, but there are so many papers I've read where they just like, we don't know, we don't have enough data. And it's like such an often problem. It's just so frustrating. Like, I have 3D printer in here, and I was really curious about how toxic are filaments, right? So there is like PLA, PG, ABS, and there is a lot of rumors that ABS is like crazy toxic and you should always ventilate it, like never breathe it when you print. But there is just no evidence. There is no evidence for everything of it causing harm. There is like a huge like tendency to not tendency, but like what? Like a lot of people have this problem, like shouting about this problem of microplastic, right? Which is everywhere, it harms us and so on. But there is like no evidence that this thing is even a problem. Like, there is studies which show that these microplastics, they just dissolve in everything. They like, you just use a little bit of ultraviolet and they just fall apart, like everything else. I think it's not good looking, because they have to cut your eyes. I mean, but what's the problem? Like, it's not good looking, but you have good vision after that. Look at that, it's a French YouTuber that did surgery. I mean, okay, it's gonna look bad, right? But can I show that on stream, actually? I think there is nothing wrong with it, right?
Bonjour, le ministère de la Culture vous informe que si cette vidéo vous enjaille, vous pouvez cliquer sur le petit.
It's not supposed to be pretty, right? That's my point. It's supposed to be helpful. Is there audio translation? Not for this video, right?
Pouce bleu et vous abonner à la chaîne d'Amixem. Au revoir.
Bonjour, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo. Tu as probablement remarqué, mais ces derniers jours, j'ai publié un petit peu moins de vidéos.
Okay, can you...
Donc voilà, j'étais...
Oh, let's go.
Comment il fait pour me retirer le cristallin et
Remove my lens and to put me an implant in the place, which is going to allow to have no more eyes. Wait, what? To remove my lens
et pour me mettre un implant
and to put me an implant in the place,
qui va me permettre
which is going to allow me to have no more eye tension. Okay, no more eye tension, that was a crucial word. It is a party, let us look at that at once.
Donc là, je vous
Thus, I present you, ladies and gentlemen,
présente, mesdames et messieurs, mon œil.
my eye. Okay. So they like, it's the hole, right? They cut it, the top of the, what's it called, lens? I don't know.
Mon œil qui est
Of the transparency.
PLS, il est prêt.
It is ready to operate it. It is ready to be operated. It's so,
Moche.
it is not ugly.
Oh,
It is not great beautiful,
c'est pas moche. Donc,
but it's not ugly. I mean, I agree with him. Like, it doesn't look like good, but it's not bad either. The problem is I don't want a scalpel in my eye. Bro, you like, come on. Like, nobody wants, but who wants to have bad vision for all time, right? It's like, it's a long-term investigation. It's not investigation, like investing. You invest is in... Damn. Invest, noun. Investment. Yeah, now it makes sense. Investment. So I have the choice between wearing glasses and have a scalpel in my eye. But like you have to always wear glasses and it can become worse and you like have to change your glasses, plus glasses are uncomfortable, plus you don't always have glasses, plus like not everybody likes how they look in glasses. I mean, if you look good in glasses, probably you just it's like a win-win situation, but I think the choice is kinda easy. Lens, yes. Just watching it hurts. Seriously? I mean,
c'est dans l'œil, hein. C'est simplement
it's
c'est mon scalpel.
I mean, okay, it doesn't look tasteful. I will be honest, it doesn't. But
Il va commencer à percer.
oh,
Commence. J'arrête.
let's go.
Attendez, regardez le scalpel à droite et là il va commencer à percer. Hop, voilà, il commence.
I like it. Okay, now it's gonna be terrible. I like it. The eye just behaves like a jelly. You put the needle and I just like squishes. Look at that, it's just gonna move.
Regardez le scalpel, hop, il va commencer. Attendez, regardez le scalpel à droite et là il va,
Look at that.
il va commencer à percer.
It
Hop,
resists,
voilà.
it resists. Except with eye surgeon spy. Okay, I'm not gonna look at that anymore, actually. This is good enough for now. So there are no evidence that red screens help the health, right? So this scene, where is that? Not this one, this one. It's like more, not scam, but what? How can I call it? I have night shift at 85%, I believe. So you basically like have black and white filter with red instead of black, right? How do I do that? Night shift. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's really unusual. Like, it's the most bad thing about it, it's really dark. It becomes really dark, you know? Like, I feel like I lose 20% of my brightness, maybe 30. Yes, okay. Also, like, it's actually pretty interesting. Like, I try to spend less time on social media, you know, especially on things like Reddit or YouTube or Twitch. And to use it, there is like an interesting strategy is to turn on a black and white filter on your phone. And it's a great idea. It really works. Like, at first it seems like nothing will change, right? But after some time, you just notice that your brain is just not that excited, you know? You can't have the same experience. But it's cool. It's great until you have to make first photo, because you just cannot make photos in black and white filler. You just have no idea how photo gonna look like. And that sucks. Anyway. That's why it's comfortable. We mean, because it's... But you can just decrease the brightness, man. Like... Oh, not on this display. I can on the laptop. You can decrease the brightness without skewing the colors. Wouldn't it be the same effect? We need dopamine-based code editor. Do you know this? Like... VS Code... how's it called? I have no idea. I'll just text shake plugin. Animation effect while typing in VS Code. Power mode. It's probably power mode. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. I for real saw this scene. Like streamer who used this scene, and it's just ridiculous. It also always moves your text. It's just, I don't know. It's just impossible to read. Like, I can't say that I have dyslexia or something, but like often to read text, I have to really focus on it. You know, I have to like see it and carefully like follow the lines. And when your text just basically jumps in front of your eyes, how are you supposed to read it? So we become TikTok kid on VS Code. We need to build a brain rot VS Code. That's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Look at that. That's insane. God bless JavaScript developer. Now we can do that. Damn, actually I hate JavaScript. Like really. I mean, I can even have some dose of respect to Python, but not JavaScript. Let's just feed this scene to the Gemini, right? And hope that he will tell me what the problem is. Because right now I feel really confused. I could investigate it, like put a little bit more time into it, but I don't feel like it's something that I'm gonna greatly benefit from, right? I'll have more time to do that. Do you use, like, what IDE do you use? Because now we're like shitting VS Code. Considering the fact that I've been using VS Code mainly for pretty much all the time. Like, NeoVim is great. But it takes so many effort to get into. Like, right now I'm using NeoVim, right? But I'm using my mouse. Because I just can't go cold turkey. I just have no idea how to move my mouse. Like, going from here to here efficiently. Like, I just have no idea. How to switch to this window, like... There's obviously a hotkey, but you have to remember everything. It takes time. Like, course, you run into... Okay, returning a pointer to local variable. What it means? Your function signature... Okay. This says the function will return... Okay, an error, a value of type. However, your code return a pointer to hash bytes is trying to return a pointer to the hash bytes array, yeah. Why is this an error? So I had to specify that it's pointer. Huh? Fix, return the array by value. Oh, wait a minute. No. Like really, why am I returning pointer? Yeah, like really, why do I return pointer? I'm gonna BRB, I'ma go make food and eat. BRB? What the hell is BRB? What the actual hell is BRB? Be right back, okay. Okay, really fun and enjoyable speaking video. Brother, like, really relatable. Okay, I'm going like several streams and I'll be the most proficient English speaking person. Bear with me. I'll have every slang like existing in the world. Reese vocabulary. It's not Reese, how is it called? Reese dictionary. It's not Reese. Reese is like the part of this dictionary. There is another term for it. Reese vocabulary. I know there is like a term. Oh, maybe it's Gen Alpha vocabulary. Gen Alpha slang is a mix of internet-based expressions, often influenced by online trends and memes, that is used by those born roughly between 2010 and 2024. Key terms include Reese, Skibidi, referencing a viral video trend. Yeah, so it means nothing, it basically means nothing. Sigma, cool, good, mid, average. Is mid... Wait, why mid is a slang? Like it's just it's a short for middle, isn't it? Damn, so I am a Gen Alpha guy, terrible. yeah, I mean, you know, some things you have to just accept. And gyat, a term of excitement or surprise. Is it actually? I mean, as far as I know, it's like, girl, you are sick, isn't it? Gyat or gyat is a slang term that is used to express strong excitement, surprise, or admiration. Gyat is most... Gyat is term from African American or vernacular English. It's interesting. Like, actually, I also heard this take that it's actually not Alpha Gen vocabulary, but it's African American vocabulary. Damn, where is my dark mode? And that's terrible that kids use it. I don't know, like... Terrible is a strong word for that. Like... I don't know, it feels... When you say something like that, you know, it feels like... Like our parents, our grandparents saying like, oh, a new generation is doomed, you know, they're like... But, let's be honest, were we different? Like... Really? We just had different scenes, isn't it? Like, I forget how was it called? Like, do you know this 1337? Lead, yeah. It's because it's lead, yeah. Also known as elite, lead speak, or simply hacker speech, is a system of modified spellings used primarily on the internet. It often uses character replacements in ways that play on similarities on Glee's reflection. Yeah, it was cool. Kids saying big butt, I don't think it's amazing. I mean, it doesn't hurt anybody, like, you know, it's... Your brain just wired to feel that it's bad. Like, it means nothing, like, let's be honest. Like, the kid is a kid, he just found it funny because it's, like... It's what other kids do, you know? But it's not... I don't feel like there is fundamentally something wrong with it. You know, it's maybe unethical, but, like... Ethics are more... They are like made up, isn't it? Yes, lead forever. I'm gonna change my name to Faris1337. I think there is. Okay, you mean there is like bad about it? Bad scene about it? at $, and shit as hashtag I plus. Damn, that sounds some real encoding. Like, end-to-end encryption is nervously shaking right now after seeing that. Hacker would end up as Hacksaw. I'll be honest, word hacker has such a skewed meaning for me. Like, there is a trend. I know, like, if I can say trend, but like to call programmers hackers, and it feels like, you know, the grandma which just don't understand what she's saying about it. Like, you're just installing some app and she calls you hacker, and after that, like, word hacker just have nothing but negative meaning. It just feels like empty, you know, hollow. One of the most famous Algerian whitehead is called Hacksaw DZ. But okay, page not found. Activity. Okay, interesting. I just like for a second I just thought, but can he be public figure? But then I just understand that he's like a whitehead, right? Just a fun fact, that's it. yeah. I mean, I understand. I just sometimes there are just a lot of thoughts in my head, and my brain just can't like sort them in a particular order, and it just shuts. Anyway, like I don't, like you said, I think there is. I assume you like the question was, is there anything bad to kids being that way, right? And I still don't understand the take. Like, I see no problem. Like, also take into account, it's not like people before us were genius, that people of our generation are genius, that our, like, the generation of our parents are genius. Just take into account that most people, they are like not highly educated, and that's okay. It's not something to solve, you know. It's like, it's not something you can solve because that's how world works. You know, there is like, it would be cool if it was not working that way, but you can't just complain that you have to change the world then. You have to slowly do some steps which will improve it, but saying that like this generation is doomed is kinda meh. Because it opens doors to bigger things. Like, for instance, drugs. It's not like my generation don't use drugs, you know? Or anything. And also, it's kind of stretched, to be honest. Maybe, like, so there's definitely a correlation. I'm not sure. Did I solve it? Yeah, I did solve it. 20... how long it will take for me to start reading numbers properly? How can I, like, just look at this number, right? And my brain immediately will generate words in English. Like, immediately. So it's 226, right? It's not because our generation has a problem that we can't try to protect kids from it. Okay, it's not because our generation has a problem that we can't try to protect kids from. Okay, like, I mean, I understand you. Like, I just got this question in my head, would I want my kid to be that way? Answer is definitely no, right? I would make everything for him to not be that way. But does it mean I feel like that it's bad that kids are that way? Answer is not, you know? Like, I know it's... I have this kind of on a level of feeling, but it's hard to put into words. There is some level of segmentation of problems that you have control of. You know? Like, that like on a global level. Let's take an example which I was thinking about a lot. Let's take the TikTok, right, as a platform. Would you say that world would be better without TikTok? Like, let's imagine you are able to press a button and TikTok would never been created. Would you do that? It's not something wishable, so it's something bad. Probably. Okay, the answer is probably. But don't you think that it will change nothing? Like, the point is TikTok was not a lucky occasion, it was not a lucky accident or unlucky accident, like when people discovered a new way to like consume things, right, which is highly addictable. Don't you think that there was a demand and because of that the proposition just emerged? Don't you think that if there was no TikTok, it would be just someone else? That's what I think about. Like, everything is not happening just because. It's happening because of some fundamental reasons. It's more like a process of evolution, and I don't think it's like you can skip the stages, you know? We're definitely getting better. Average education of people is higher than ever before. Like, generally people living better, they are more educated. And generally, if we have the progress, I don't see, like, you know, it's like getting better and complaining that you're not perfect. Like, you'll never be, but you are still getting better, so I don't see the point in focusing on problems. That's like how, I guess the best way how I can put it into words. That's the problem. If deleting it changes nothing, then there is nothing to do. But if it changes something, then yes. But, like, ban. But there is like, you can speculate about it, will it change something or not, and I would assume it will change nothing. Like, it's just the demand of the people. Like, it's something that was logically to happen, you know, something that just makes sense to happen. That's what I say. It doesn't make sense that at one moment everyone becomes educated, even though it would be cool. It's not something that makes sense. But it makes sense to gradually improve the world, so people can, like, the amount of people who care about themselves are growing. It's our job to fix problems. Yeah, but complaining that it's bad that people use this slang is... I mean, okay. It's kind of solving because it's awareness, right? It's awareness. I would assume this generation without TikTok and short-term content would be better. But it is better. Like, I'm extremely bad at real-time sourcing, but I read, like, generally I read the book, how it was called? Mindfulness. This one probably. Yeah, it probably was this one. Like, I can't say that, like, it's perfect. There are a lot of things that I don't like about it, especially, like, there are some data which is kind of weird. Like, the author proposes like, how can I say it? Population segmentation by the level of your salary, you know, like how many dollars you earn per day. And it kind of skewed, because it also, there is no, like, he strapped so many variables that it doesn't work. Like, it often will just not work. That's my point. But generally, it has a great point. World becomes better. Like, right now, world is better than it has ever been, ever. And it's a trend that never stops. Like, for the last 2000 years, world was just developing. People were just becoming smarter and, like, richer. And so, I forgot what was my original take. Why I took this book. It's our job to fix problems. I would assume this generation without TikTok and short-term content would be better. We are we aren't talking about peoples in general, we are talking about kids. It's okay, we're just debating, it will not change anything at the end. Yeah, I mean... you're talking about sourcing, right? It's not like... Okay, it's difficult. I just try to be competent. Like, I really hate to say things without showing why I say them. It just feels bad for me. You know, like, if I say something, I probably should explain why am I saying something. It's not like just because I wanted to say something. Yeah. Was it this one? Probably, yeah. So, you should just say your opinion. There isn't one truth. I mean, there is, like, generally I would say no truth, right? Like, I mean, okay, now it's gonna become highly abstract. I'm not sure if there is point in going that deep, right? Like, generally, there is nothing good and nothing bad, right? Everything just is. Just is. And the way things happen, they're like... Let's go to TikTok back. Like, my point is TikTok is just part of evolution, right? As a society. And you can do nothing about it. You can just jump to... like... space... species, right? You just can't go do that huge jump. It's always gradual. And... I mean... like, it's hard to justify things by saying that it was worse earlier, right? But you also have to, like, understand that it's really easy to become overly pessimistic saying that it could be better. And when you're overly pessimistic, you are just not... like, you lack any internal motivation to do things. Like, I mean, I just judge by myself, I may be wrong. But when you're pessimistic, it's just really easy to become depressive, and when you're depressive, you just have no desire to do anything. Maybe, but it's not because it's an evolution that it's not bad. Makes sense. It destroys attention spans. Okay, but there is also the point, how do you use attention span, right? Because most of the people would just watch TV, right? I don't know, like, I personally don't watch TV. I don't know, some news or what do they watch there? Like, that's how I imagine, you know, regular, like, average time spending of previous generation. And they probably had better attention span, but was it helping them? Probably not. And the problem is that we don't know long-term effects of destroyed attention span. Yes, TV is a problem too. Okay, I mean, I agree with you. Short-term attention span is bad. And how can we can justify that? It's just because, like, personally, when you have short attention span, it's just works become hard, right? Just you can do your work. When you have to do things, you just don't feel like doing them. It just becomes harder to do necessary things. Hello, IT coder, IT 10 coder. I'm 58 and had no attention span without the heart of internet or cable TV. Some folks just can't focus. I mean, okay, guys, I mean, you're not wrong, right? I generally agree with you. Attention span is much worse. I can't say about myself because, like, I'm pretty much grown in this area. I'm only 18, right? Like, I got YouTube in my early childhood, and it's already was a certain attention span. The problem is, you have to take into account that we are, like, if we are discussing such things, we are caring about them, right? Take this in mind. We are people who are caring about attention span. So it's not like the short attention span is the problem, but the problem is that people don't care about themselves. Like, they just don't care if they have broken attention span. And that's the main problem. And the point is that like this problem was persistent all the time, and now it like becomes better. There are much more people who are care about their lives, who try to put something more into it, right? And I feel like attention span, yeah, it's a problem, but it's not. It's more like a cause, you know, not the other way around, not the cause, but the reason, you know. People just don't care about themselves, and that's one not the reason. How can I just feel I can't just Google every word I want to say, right? It's gonna be terrible. I can't go mid conversation and Google every word I want to say. You're good, man. Okay, thank you. I mean, so, like, yeah, there is more fundamental problem, and this problem gets better. Okay, now I just missed everything. Okay, so what's my point? Why do I say that? I say that mostly, like, as far as I see right now, it's a personal fight, because most of my life I've been used to be really pessimistic. Like, myself, I like to like think about how things are bad and how good they could be, right? And just for last few years, I noticed how bad it influenced me, because I'm getting better, but because I could be even better, I just neglect the fact that I'm already better than I was here before, right? So, like, I'm making progress, but I just don't value it, you know. And because of that, I'm learning to make more focus on the progress and not the result, you know. It's like more you focus on the derivative of the function, you know. You measure how fast things changes and not how, like, where they are right now and where they could be. But on the other side, to be fair, yeah, like, if we could make so there was no TikTok or something like that, if we could restore attention span, it would be better. But there is a fundamental flaw with this discussion. If we could, it would be better, right? It doesn't change everything. We have to like if you really care about that, you have to change it, right? And saying if it was that way, it just changes nothing. But the thing is that it's a limited number. Not everyone. Yep. Okay, I already read that, right? It's all about balance in everything, gentlemen. It's actually the answer I quite like. It's so frustrating. I don't know. You're like, every time, you know, you think really long about something. You like try to understand something. You get this like vision of things, you know, like understanding of how things works. And at the end, you understand that like there is no, I don't know, fundamental rule, something like that to follow, like something to follow. And it's always just you should keep balance. And you're like, oh, I just should keep balance. Oh, yeah. It makes sense, but I wish it wouldn't. I do think like that, though. I forget what I was saying. Anyway, like, I really like such kind of conversations. It's kind of frustrating. I don't have a lot of people around me with whom I can speak about such things. You know? Like, it's cool to discuss such things because it feels like you are not stagnating. Right? And stagnation, I would say, is probably the biggest fear of mine. I feel like stagnation is like equal death, basically. Pessimistic. What do you mean, like? Is it because of balance? I think like that too. Yeah, that's the point. That's why, like, there's a cool part about it. That's why you are staying here, you know, like, you have no reason. Absolutely not. Like, I'm just a random guy from internet who goes live with like no viewers, and you just sitting here and discussing with some interesting things, you know. And like right now, I'm instead of coding, just discussing with you these more like abstract constructions, you know, about our society. It's just because it's fun for us, but not for everyone else. That's okay. Like, not gonna lie, that was the actual, like, I'm not sure if it's a good motivation, right? But when I started streaming, the main motivation was that I'll be able, like, I'll had a chance to build a community of like-minded people. Because really, I really like such conversation in my everyday life. And I feel like, why not to try, right? I'm doing this, I'm programming every day anyway. Now I just have also opportunity to speak with people while doing that. I think it's pretty cool. Just a plus. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. I don't know, life is peculiar, like, it's really fascinating. But also, there is like, it's kind of difficult. Like often, right? I supposed to program. Like, what was the original idea? You're not losing anything doing it, so why not giving it a try? Yeah, that's like, yeah, that was also one of the good, like, reasons. Like, I've been streaming, how long I've been streaming, let's be honest. Twitch tracker.com. Exim. But I'm gonna make food, and just like I said 20 minutes ago. okay, like, say when you'll get back, I'll proceed with my take. But right now, I have to like write at least something. Error. Root source file struct file system path has no member name during name 2026. Why 20? It's 226. 226. I'll be right back, just like you. Okay. 226. Name. Right? Build. Expected error union type. Found. 226. Huh? Wait. Pass. Oh, their name. Or else unreachable. I don't care. Or else unreachable. For now, I'll just keep it that way. Actually, let me think. I should probably make or else, right? I don't want it to make it unreachable because I will never change that. I'll make a cd log. Could not hash file. Yep. Attach text. Wait, what am I doing here? Dear name, path, insert file, tag hash. Oh. Wait, but why it can be nil? In which condition it's nil? If the path is a root directory, returns nil. Okay, so it's gonna be or else, and just slash, I guess, right? Core ZIG 40. The type has no members. Okay, I can do it that way, right? I have to make sidecar.entry. Okay, that's something big. Error. Expected type I64 found I128. Base name has, wait. Stat and time. Add entry. Okay, I see. Let's make it 128. I'm not sure actually why it's 128. Stat file. Stat. It's I 128. Makes sense. Next. Error. Array literal requires addresses of operator ampersand to coerce to slice the wait. Array literal requires address of operator. Damn, thank you for following. Wait. Свежий пряник? Свежий пряник? Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Okay. My brain just refuses to interpret it. I'm gonna be honest. Array literal. First of all, what is array literal? Like, array literal is basically like array which is hard-coded into the code, right? But it's not the case with the hash. Okay, let's find the definition of literal. Like, I'm curious. Literal programming. In computer programming, a literal is notation that represents a fixed explicit value within the source code. Yeah, so it's basically encoded in the code. Not encoded, but hard-coded, right? Array literal requires address of operator to coerce to slice type. Oh, I guess okay, I guess I understand now. Okay, so it's array and I have to convert it to slice, and because of that I have to pass it as a pointer, but I don't see as a reference, but I don't really see why it can't do it without reference. But okay, let's just do it a reference. 91. That's the problem, right? Will it fix it? Yep, here we go. 92. Oh, the same, right? No, wait. It's the type problem. What do I have? Entry. Go to entry. Where do I have it? Maybe entry. Get pointer. It was here. Yep. I-128, right? Error. Array literal requires address. Okay, it's the same thing. 96. Error. Expected type void. Found. Error out of memory. Oh, it's not... it's like, it's a type that it could be error out of memory, but it's not like... It's an error where it can be only out of memory, right? It's not the literal error. Because I think like, how it can be out of memory during compilation is insane. Try self, enter is put. Okay, 96. Wait, what? Expected type void found. Error. Oh, I see. I see. We have to return result void, right? Ban void, right? Compile. Error union is ignored. 228. So I'll just try it. $229. Error union is ignored. It's kinda suck. Like, it kinda sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not pretty to do that with compiler. I feel like language servers should know that. Like, language servers should understand that here, like, I can yield an error, and I have to check this error, right? And it has basically tell me that in IDE, so I don't have to compile it every time. Like, I'm pretty sure Rust Analyzer does that. Rust Analyzer is pretty good language server. But okay, we can't blame ZIG because ZIG is so fresh, so young language. It will probably have great language server in the future. Error union with payload of opaque type. Any opaque not allowed. Wait, that's not even my code. What the hell? Error union is ignored. Command execute. Oh. Hope that will solve it. Allocator, static. Why do I have my code? Built in. Wait a minute. But where? Where's the problems with my code? Like, understand that it's like goes deep. It's how do I call it? Stack. Like, it causes the errors inside the standard library, but where is the starting point? Static ZIG, not what I need. Stringify. Allocator. Actually, JSON. That might be to do something with JSON. Allocator. Build in. That's it. Wow. Okay, now I feel bad. How do I debug it? Static ZIG. Okay, the standard library. Same. I don't skip anything, right? Same. Again, standard library. It's basically everything standard library. Like, where is pinout of error in my code? Error, the following command failed with certain compilation errors. Okay, but attached text. SRC, what is that? Core ZIG 2021. 20. Why do I read it 20? It's 221. Defer allocator free hash. Wait, I guess I understand now. What's the type of hash? Hash file. It's like I don't have to free it. Like there is need to do that. No need to do that, right? Yeah, so that was not the problem. Was it? Because there is no longer, I can no longer see this text. Was it even an error? Why it was gray? Okay, now. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I have to copy it all. Go to Gemini and ask what the hell is that? I got following compilation error. ZIG compilation error. But I don't see any how can I say it? Any reference to the error in my code. How do I find the reason? I guess it's good enough. Run. Let's see. I'm now fully immersed in discussing the user's lengthy ZIG compilation error. Lengthy ZIG compilation error. Okay, this is funny. Clarifying the core issue. I've made significant progress by focusing on the hash map unmanaged. JSON. Type is in JSON. Excellent question. This is a very common and initially confusing type of error in ZIG, especially when working with generics and comptime. Let's break down why this is happening and how to find the root cause in your code. The short answer: the error is happening inside the ZIG standard library std.json, but it's caused by your code. I mean, obviously it's caused by my code. What else could it be, right? Like, who else could cause the error? JSON. I need JSON. So I got this structure called sidecar, and here I have load and save, and I got parse from JSON, parse from slice. You're trying to serialize or deserialize a data type using std.json stringify or std.json parse or related function. That the JSON library doesn't know how to handle. The compiler errors shows up in the library code because that's where the compiler is trying and failing to generate a specific code needed for a problematic type. The specific type causing the problem is hash map and managed metadata. Okay. The function in std.json are generic. Okay, I understand. Decoding the error message. What can I do? GG, 0, visual, capital G, yank. Code where suppose the issue lies. Could you help me find it? Let's go. Let man work. Now, brother, think. You can just think about it. Set car entry. Yeah. That's what I thought it is. The main compilation error. You're spot on. The issue lies within setCar struct. The specific line causing the compiler is in your save function. This is incorrect line. The problem, you're trying to serialize self-entries unmanaged. Self-entries is a CD string hash map, which is a managed wrapper around the core hash map logic. Yeah, self-entries unmanaged gives you access to the internal CD hash map unmanaged struct. This struct contains the low-level implementation details of the hash map, including its private metadata field. Oh, okay. So how do I do that? Self-entries? That's interesting because to make it like to use self-entries unmanaged, it was the idea of Gemini itself. So okay. Oh. Correct. Stringifies the hash map itself, not its internal unmanaged. Wait. Is it different? Probably not. No, it's not different. So why it doesn't work? Bonus, critical bugs to fix in sidecar. Dangling pointer. In this function, you're stopping a pointer to stack variable. You're storing a pointer to a stack variable. Oh. This creates a slice pointing to the hash variable to the stack. Try self-entries put. File name, entry. I don't see it. Wait, add entry. Okay, now let's practice search. How do I search in Vim? Vim search. Actually, you know what I can do? Damn, why do I have some small hairs in here? Space, search, hotkey. No. It's search, space, search key. And then I'm going search. Previous, next, previous. Callback to receiver. What? Toggle flag, search and replace. Search and escape. Select. Okay, so it's space S. LSP symbols. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I like it. Actually, so good. Add entry. If not void. Self-entries put file name. Public function add entry. Yep. The hash parameter is an array passed by value. So it exists on the stack of the add entry function. The hash. Let me trace the hash. Hash. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, but I did it to coerce it. Try allocate at a dupe. Wow, okay. Here we go. Here is low level programming. Why there is void? Oh, it's like, it's a function return. Yeah. It just doesn't fit. Const allocator, self, enters allocator. No, I'll just pass allocator in. Allocator. Okay. Maybe entry. Yep. Entry dot the reference hash. Try allocator dupe. Try allocator dot. Oh, why is it capital? Allocator dot dupe. U8 hash. Okay, nice. Note, this leaks the old hash slice. A real implementation should free enter hash before writing it. Wait, seriously? This leaks the old hash slice. What do you mean leaks? Won't it just replace it? Oh, yeah, it's a point. So, yeah. So we're replacing a pointer, right? And the previous, yeah. This leaks the old hash slice. Re-implementation should free enter it before writing it. So do I do it like allocator.free entry.hash? Something like that? Return. Okay. Correct duplicates the hash into memory owned by the map. Const owned hash, try allocator. Oh, okay, makes sense. It actually makes sense. Well, it was a lot of lines. Much more than I expected. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, good. Good. Let's compare it. Error, no field or member function. Actually, there were another errors, right? Use after free and load. Damn, yeah, after writing so many Golan, I'm just not used to managing memory myself. Like, I'll definitely need some time to get used to it. Used after free and load. This is classic ownership bug. You parse the data, deallocate the memory, and then return a struct that uses this, that same now deallocated memory. Where do I do that? Load? Huh? Parsed. Try SDH on parse from slice. Defer, parse the init. Return. But it's deferred, isn't it? Wait. Parse the init. Oh, I see. So it's like, oh, so now there is like, it's stored in the heap, right? And then in the sidecar are stored like reference to this position in the heap. But then after closing this function, I just say the heap to drop this value. However, it's referenced, and like that's not what I should do, right? Correct. Do not the init, yeah, because we are moving that value out. Damn, self-managed memory language is like very interesting. No field or member function named and entry in course sidecar. 228. Add entry. What do you mean? Here we go. Huh? No field or members function named add entry in core.sidecar. Am I tripping? Start declared here. Add entry is not a member function. Wait. Sidecar. Public function load, public function save, public function add entry. Is it because I don't have self here? Oh, wait. Yep. That might be the reason. Member function expected for argument 1-3. Yeah, nice. Now just pass allocator in. Allocator. Nice. Save. Okay. Once again, a lot of problems I like cannot understand. It's something with JSON, that's for sure. Let's delete this and use the same message I was using. Edit it. Save and run. How many information I leak here? Is there any personal information in here? I hope there is none, because I'm streaming that. Like Nick's store, it's not sensitive information, right? There's nothing sensitive. A built-in command. Like users axiom.cache, it's not something sensitive either. Yeah, it's safe to share that. I absolutely right, the error message don't point to a code, yeah. The short answer, you're trying to use stringify. Okay, let's just do the same thing. GG, 0, visual, capital G, yank. Here is the code with where I think the error is. Alright, just want to stringify. Wait a minute. In your sidecar load function, parsed try std json parse from slice, yep. And in your sidecar save function, json stringify. In both cases, you are tending to directly serialize and deserialize entry table, which is an alias for std string hash map. Is sidecar entry, yeah. As explained previously, ZIG standard JSON library cannot automatically handle std hash map or std string hash map. Man, just in a previous chat you said that it can. That is the way how you should do that. The solution: implement custom. What do you mean implement custom JSON stringify? No. ZIG hash map stringify. No. Support for std string array hash map is the type to std JSON parse. Runtime known keys in JSON data but typed. std JSON array hash map added. Available JSON array hash map, huh? Wait a minute. Okay, let's check the search. Space, search. Okay, that's not what I want to write. Space, search. Let's make capital S. Stringify parse, dot parse. Okay, that's not how it works. I don't know. R is for replace, search and replace. Parse. But I won't just search, you know? Just search. Oh. Okay, that was weird. Auto commands, buffer lines, grep open buffers, command history, commands, diagnostics, buffer, grep, redir, grep cvd, highlights, icon, jump, scheme up, location list, marks, main pages, search for plugin specs, quick fix list, search and replace, resume, to do fix me, undo tree, visual selection. Okay, I cannot scroll it. Registers, search history. Okay, if I'll just do S, I can do it, right? It's not how it works. Anyway, let's just find it manually. It's sidecar. Sidecar, here we go. Load. std, JSON, array, hash map. a string wrapper around std string array hash map unmanaged that implements JSON parse from value, and JSON stringify. This is useful when your JSON schema has an object with an arbitrary data keys instead of complex non-struct field names. Also, it's like to convert your JSON into struct and not other way around, right? Isn't it? This is useful when your JSON schema has an object with arbitrary data keys instead of compile non-struct field names. Okay. I can see std JSON parser returning value tree. Do you know it? Potential working with generic hash maps. How to encode hash maps with JSON string? Let's go. Auto hash map is a complex data structure that stringify cannot automatically convert it to JSON. You can find the supported types here. The solution are implement the sum struct JSON in stringify, the stringify to JSON the way you want. Seriously? I cannot just stringify map? Why so? Is JSON value to store your data as JSON values? Okay, you know, actually, it's really late. I still have to read book before going to sleep, so I guess that's it for today. Right quit all. Yeah, and I'll proceed on the next stream.